but we've shifted to a day earlier, so all of us can have the honor of seeing this exhibition for 2 days. Since tomorrow is a holiday, a lot more people, I hope, will be able to come here and see this exhibition. Firstly, I'd like to thank our guests for being here. Our chief guest, Sri Joseph Lawrence Sailova, is Postmaster General, Northeastern One region from Agartala, along with our friends from the Postal Department. There are several of them here who have helped us immensely in the bringing out of this special postal cover today. So every year, as the convener of INTACT Tripura chapter, INTACT stands for the Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. So I'm the convener for Tripura. We try to do things to highlight the importance and the significance of this day, Maharaja's birthday, to the people of Tripura, because he was a very special person. We all know he's contributed a lot for the state, but not just this state, but also overseas. So this all happened very fast. We were not even thinking about this special postal cover, but it occurred to me that we should do something for such a noble person. I mean, we should recognize him in some way or the other. So that's how we embarked on this plan to bring out this postal cover, which is for the first time in the history of Tripura. And so I thank you once again, Sir Joseph Lawrence Sailova, for having taken this initiative, and all of us here would like to give him a round of applause. Because I think we've done this in record time. Normally it takes at least 2 months to release something of this sort, but we've done it in a matter of a week's time. Well, anyway, it has almost become like a custom to speak about the person whose birth anniversary we're celebrating. So I'll just say a little bit about Maharaja. But we have this exhibition here for you, so you will be able to see his life in pictures. It's in a chronological order. You know, in the year 2008, which was his first centenary birth celebration, we from INTACT were not really given the permission to have his birthday celebrated in Tripura. Strange as it may seem. You know, there were political reasons. Thankfully, that doesn't exist now. We have more of an open culture, and I think that has helped us to have several more programs. But you see, in 2008, for the first time when I started this journey on celebrating Maharaja's birthday, we did it in Chandra Mahal. Some of you might have been there. And we started in a very small way, but ever since, it has gained momentum, and now the government recognizes Maharaja's birthday as a very important one, not just the Maharaja, but the entire country. They see him as an inspiration. And indeed, Maharaja Bir Bikram was a visionary. So, he was, of course, not just the last ruling Maharaja, because actually our father, Maharaja Kiran Bikram, was the last recognized ruler of Tripura. But Maharaja Bir Bikram is better known, and he passed away before independence. But he was a well-traveled and progressive ruler, and he was very patriotic too. He foresaw the decline of colonial rule in India and introduced several reforms in Tripura for the betterment of the people, because he could envision what was going to happen in the future. So he introduced Tripura's constitution in 1941, 9 years before independent India, and it ensured universal adult suffrage, gender-neutral voting rights, that means women could vote, an independent judiciary, local self-governance, and a lot of different measures for the people of the state in the hills. He was also committed to humanitarian. During those days, it was a tumultuous time. The Second World War was on, Noakhali riots, famine. In spite of all these challenges, and Tripura being a smaller state or a kingdom as compared to the others, yet he provided shelter and aid to thousands of displaced displaced families. His administration formed the Preeti Badai Samiti to support migrants and maintain communal harmony, and it was acknowledged by Mahatma Gandhi ji. And yet, despite all the problems that he had, and his world tours helped him to see what would have happened in Tripura. So when he went for his world tours, it was not just, a holiday. He went with the intent of learning something from other countries and introducing them in Tripura. And one of the first things he did, and which was a very important step, was the preservation of land, especially in hill areas. Because he had seen the condition of the Native Americans in North America, and they had become a minority in their own lands, and they had no rights. He didn't want this to happen in Tripura. And he knew our people were simple, we were fewer in number, and things were going to change very rapidly with independence. So to preserve and help them protect their identity and their lands, he reserved large tracts for the indigenous community